and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with the Spanish Peninsula campaign. Last time around we had a drop in battle at Czar's farmland. One downside to the drop in battles is they take quite a lot of effort to set up, and so it stops kind of my production of videos. I don't have as many as usual. However, of course, it does produce a better result because we have a human opponent, so it makes it more interesting. So today we're going to try and set up for the next one, but we also have two battles that I can definitely see. So we've got one down here where we have a smaller French army. It's a proper French army though, compared to the garrison. A lot larger, but it's all absolute trash troops. I actually put the Duke of Balian in charge of that because he was actually... I kicked him out as a minister of the army because I can't remember what trained he got. Probably just, you know, some harlot or whatever. He reduced his ability, so I replaced him with Vieto. So he's now the Lord High Constable instead. Right, so we got that battle, and then I also think we should run down this army, and then for the last bit we're gonna try and see if we cannot set up to get a drop-in battle around here, because I want to try and isolate them now, so it's only here, and so that I can kind of control them. They like to run away and not actually engaged with my armies. So instead they, you know, if a human player was in charge of this, they'd probably be looking to close out this and get back here and, you know, get the port or whatever. Not send shitty little troops through the mountain passes or through here. I mean, this would be a route to attack, but maybe not the main one. When you've got Spanish troops like this, like, you would try and crush them first. I do believe there is other smaller French forces moving through. So I think that we should actually start by destroying this one, because I think this is the one that will go faster and the one I will have least problem with, hopefully, compared to this one, which will be quite challenging. Although the French, we outnumber the French, but quite a bit of troops, are the quality is uncomparable. With that said, we're going to take this army right here and strike these guys down. It was almost actually to the level where we could have done another drop in here. It's just slightly more in my favor. Let's run this through. Like we'll run through these French dogs. We have just come in contact with the enemy. It's a smaller chasseur à cheval that is being targeted by my light troops. Their morale is wavering, and even though I think they might have been able to be successful against my light infantry, they are really unable to conduct a proper attack. We are getting hit. Right, oh no, that's not the guns that I'm supposed to move forward, it's the 6-pounders that I want to move forward. Right, the French are starting to return fire on us. I'm gonna split off in two attack groups because I noted their cannons. The cannons are situated right here. Looks like the 6-pounders are free, so the 9-pounders will open fire. I think we'll move both 6-pounders down here so we can fire canister on the enemy troops. Took a little bit too many casualties from this unit right here as I marched forward. Little bit careless. The 6th Infantry was just broken. We got another cavalry unit back, and it's trying to deal with the light infantry. However, half the cavalry unit got slaughtered in that attack. Got the 12-pounder up there. Have we found... Yes, we have found the howitzers. I mean, if the AI would just have deployed them very early on, they would have been able to do quite a bit of damage to me. I'm gonna send off my hussars over here to try and chase the enemy down, and then we're gonna have the large cavalry unit go that way, and the cuirassiers moving down here as we make our way closer to the 12-pounders. Enemy very organized, you know, compared to... I mean, there's no comparing to playing against a proper opponent. These forces fall apart without doing much damage at all to my troops. Right. And you would have quite a good chance against me here, because we're dealing with two areas of fighting. So my concentration, or my attention, is split over two areas. Now, as we can see though, there isn't much going on here. These guys don't look like they're even preparing to fire. Some massive guns though, those 12-pounders. If they decided to use them. Let's make sure that no units make it out alive. Most of these are already falling apart. I want to make room open for my cannons. I'm gonna move these slightly different, and then we're gonna have the cavalry out there running them down. I think we'll have the cuirassiers move over there as well. Oh, they did fire! And we got another cavalry unit coming in. Oh, you decided to shoot them down. Good. I mean, you could have imagined what kind of mistake would have happened. Could have really gone wrong there. Doesn't seem like there was any unit really in this attack that suffered a lot. They really had a chance there. 12-pounder, close range, canister shot like that would have absolutely ruined my lines, wouldn't they? Can have the cuirassier move that way. Or, I mean, as they technically are, in fact, not hussars. Well, armor-clad hussars. A very odd, what's it called? Characterization. Or a... not necessarily characterization, but a very odd setup. To have armor-clad hussars. This unit's about to fall. Even though my hussars are very tired, I think the enemy will break. Tell all my cannons to hold fire at this point. Here we go. Hussars cutting their way through here. Could actually pose quite the threat now, actually. Just because we're so tired. But at the same time, so is the enemy, and they have very few... there we go. We are victorious. there are very few other units left standing with them on the battlefield. Try to make sure as many of these get destroyed as possible, so that they're not able to threaten any other area.
Our men are running.
Oh, the hussars actually broke. But all the troops in the area are routing, so no matter. Right, let's go on to make the fight a little more difficult one, where I am just completely outskilled compared to what the kind of troops the French are deploying. A rather bleak result for my enemy. Now, one of the things is so kind of interesting in just how, you know, I'm not usually able to run down the enemy in the drop-in battles, and I think that, you know, it sort of gives the aspect more of like how conflict really is. Like, most of the time, a lot of the people are gonna run away. Like, you're not gonna see, I mean, oftentimes, I don't think there's a lot of battles. I think there's a few, maybe Cannae, and stuff like that, where, you know, 95% of one side, or even more than that, is absolutely slaughtered. And sometimes, in some cases, where, you know, like 75% of everyone on the field died, as in other battles. But as we saw in the drop-in battles, you know, maybe still I think half his force was kind of killed, or close to it. But yeah, I mean, great disparity. Cavalry is the one that killed the most. Nothing more interesting to be said about that. I think I want to go and put these guys here, and I definitely want to put these guys in here to get the replenishment for them, since they suffered a lot. Would like to increase the doesn't seem like there really is a way for me to increase the replenishment here. It is as high as it goes. I wish I could get it up to green, which is the highest one. I guess if I replace these with supply depots, but that would take quite a bit and might be unnecessary. I don't know how many of these I have. I could make it quite a few, actually, to increase the replenishment all over the provinces. Say that I have 5, then I could increase, you know, by 5%, which would be quite a lot. I wish it also actually could say, now it's moderate, but like, how far are we away from having, you know, a higher positive outcome of that? Anyways, with that done, it's time to fight this battle right here. So, quite a bit more difficult, but we are up for challenges, are we not? So, let's go ahead and strike. Wait. Oh, you know what I did? I think what I did was I already kind of tested to see the battle, and so now I can't do it again. So we'll have to end the turn. This puts this army as quite a disadvantage because it might be attacked here, and I don't want to get that drop-in battle just yet, so I'm going to hide him here. Then we're going to end turn, and then we're going to do this battle down here. These guys might attack anyways, so it might be just for the well. It was a very uneventful end turn, but this battle looks to be quite eventful, as in terms of power it puts about 75% in favor of my enemy. I outnumber him by 1,000 men, but it's about 1,000 men of absolute scum and rabble. We'll see if the first Duke of Bellion is able to subdue the French invaders. Onwards to the battlefield. My plan is quite simple. What I intend to do is I intend to attack them from either side to try and take out the cannons. We'll see how that goes. I've placed the skirmishers up ahead here. You can see about deploying them behind the wall. They're supposed to have superior range, the French, at least the French normal infantry. Not the voltigeurs. That might be harder. Now when I'm actually in battle, I'm kind of more and more regretting my decision to fight these. Might have been better to send aid, and send aid quickly. However, we are not cowards, and will defend Barcelona to the end. And we do have the fact of... we do have the advantage of the fact that the AI's kinda silly. Alright, let's see if we can get these guys to actually start shooting at each other. We'll get my guys to start shooting the enemy. Okay, we lost one guy to cannon fire. Our guys are starting to pepper them. So far though, they haven't hit anyone. Actually, they hit the guy in this regiment. Not the one they're firing for though. Get out behind the wall. Start shooting at them. Oh, now we got voltigier, that's great. This force is kind of all over the place. Let's try and organize a little bit better, shall we? I think the armed populace will go through the woods. Oh, we got a similar situation here where I forgot to even send the uniformed troops forward. At least these guys on this side have the general next to them. So that's an advantage. We're not doing a whole lot of damage, but we're keeping these guys busy. The cannon crews aren't even firing. Right, I think we can gain a little bit of ground. Oh, actually not. I don't want to receive fire from the 9th. So the voltigeurs got one out of our regiment. Alright, it's taking quite a while to get the troops in order. Okay, they're about to come. Oh, no, don't fire just yet. You have awful accuracy, so I want you to get a little bit closer. We'll try and, as best, hide from the 9th. Oof, the 9th is already almost breaking those guys. Okay, you will deploy immediately or as soon as possible. And you might want to turn a little bit to get a better angle. Okay, so this unit broke. Interesting. Seems like we've gotten 2 out of their unit. Well, they've got a lot more of us. If I had my general here, I would have maybe dared charging them. But as it looks right now, that's certainly not the case. The voltigeurs are faltering, which is quite nice. I think what we'll try to do is we'll have to be we'll have to play a little bit dirty, shooting the enemy general. I don't know how my general has come under attack. A stray bullet all the way from over here hit him. It seems kind of unlikely, doesn't it? Thing is, we'll have to be slow on the advance as well, because a single charge by the cavalry could take out the entire line. Oh, the 9th is charging? go on. Get some shots in. Okay, I'm ordering you to retreat to the house. The cavalry is now moving in. Keep continuing forwards here. Oh, the 9th. Ah, they. Damn.
Our men are running.
The other unit, though, you can go into the house. You have time. Oh. The cavalry is now redirected itself. Oh, and now these troops. The armed citizenry move a lot faster than I think they do. They're able to come to battle quite rapidly. So the most feared unit, the 9th, is off chasing god-awful units. While the rest of them getting slaughtered over here. My guys, that is. We might be able to rout the cavalry and the rest of their infantry. It's kind of out of bounds. Oh, and there's the enemy general. I'm gonna halt. Imagine though if this had been a drop-in battle, the amount of absolute carnage that my opponent would have been able to deal on me. Right, move through. The 9th is still being occupied over there by our shitty troops. I want you guys to come over there, and these to come to over there. The armed citizenry is holding just by the general. However, they're receiving a lot of fire from the 14th. Actual good fire on this unit of armed citizenry. It's not going hot for them, but soon enough I'll be able to surround these regiments. So at the current we're outnumbering them. We've got 6 units on either side, outnumbering the units in the center. Oh, I think we almost killed the general there. And the 14th is now receiving fire from both sides. And it's actually near collapse. Unless it's a bit able to rally itself. We got 3 additional infantry units coming in. Okay, the enemy general. I'm gonna see about trying to chase him down. The armed citizenry is ordered forward in a frenzy. They throw themselves on the French invaders. These thieves come to our country, tormenting us no longer. The armed populace massacre.
We've killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
General versus general, he got him. The enraged masses continue. However, we need to get the 9th, and so the uniformed militia will organize itself. 6 units against 1. However, the 9th is still a very fearsome unit, even though it's now on its own. Playing cat and mouse with the skirmishers hiding in the house. I thought I'd have a much harder time dealing with these. Oh, the cavalry is back. I shouldn't have said anything. I should not have said anything. Well, they're gone just as quick. Okay, let's see, the 9th. The sharpshooters continue to harass them. We got another unit that's back. I think the 9th might be leaving. They might be running for it. Where are you going?
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
I think they might be leaving the field. See, the general support the armed masses. They are happy in their slaughter, however, as they run out here, they kind of get manned. I want to make sure the cannon's gone. Yeah, I'm not sure we'll be able to catch up to the 9th.
Our men are running, sir.
The 9th might very well slip out of my grasp. Can I try and block him with a general? There's a risk here they'll shoot him. Okay, no, he's gonna run for it. He's gonna leave the map, and there's not much I can do. And I don't feel like risking the general. It's one of the few upsides. It's the only upside, actually, to the defense of Barcelona. And there we have it. Just by the tenacity of the populace, the French invaders were seen off. Glory to Spain. I definitely thought that I would lose a lot more men, given the what the French brought to the battle. However, we were able to turn victory into... No, we were able to turn defeat into a victory. I was about to say defeat into... or whatever. Yeah, we won the battle! Right. Who killed the armed citizenry? Oh yeah, they charged down and slaughtered that one unit that tried to get away. Hopefully their entire army gets dissolved, and I don't need to face them for a second time. Okay, so a little bit of them remain. The 9th, of course, managed to get away, and then the Dragoons managed to get away. We get really good replenishment. I probably wish to maybe have some extra troops being sent over here, but I don't think we really have any. We got extra troops here, but I think I'm going to be sending them here, just because here is where I've got all of these. And, I mean, these aren't much better than the sort of armed populace that spawn. What we might do is send over some more of these skirmishers. Although, in the battle, they did not perform that well, did they? But there's no point in having the unit all the way out here. But I'm only going to move it slightly closer to this area, just because we got a provocateur that is causing unrest. So no battle, no drop-in battle set up for today, but I think I'm closing in to getting that drop-in battle. What we'll do is we'll close off this area, take control of that, and then we can hem the French in and work our way towards the final drop-in battle that will end the campaign. With that said, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.